Okay, hello and welcome everyone into today's video. So today we're going to talk about how we can write a simple report inside Five. Okay, so currently what we have here is the admin dashboard template application that we actually got downloaded from our website. So if you go back to Five, which is five.co/use cases/admin panel, and you'll get this application over here, and you can click on download template to download this app, and then you can import it inside Five. So I'll put this link in the description so you can directly access it. Go ahead and import it in your application and you're good to go. Okay, so we have this app. Now what we'll do is we'll click on manage, and now I'm inside development environment. So let me first run this template and show you to you what we have currently. Okay, so this is our application. So in this application currently it's showing data for a restaurant and any reviews the customers has left. So John has left a 5-star review and the comment that excellent service. Similarly, we have details of all of the other customers over here and the reservations. We can also see the reservations. So what we want to build right now are reports. So if I go back to Five, so this is what our database looks like right now in this application. So we have a dining table, a reservation, review, and a customer table. So what we want to do now is you simply want to pull out the details from the customer table and put that into a report. So basically a report shows the required details of each customer. So let me first show you what data we have in this table. So if I click on data and then queries, let me just quickly do a select statement. So if I SQL, all right, then here I can do a select star from customer. And then I can hit on run. So this is the data in our table currently. So as you can see, we have a bunch of records. So now let's start building a report. So reports can be made inside Five by first clicking on visual, then simply clicking on this reports menu over here. Let's start by clicking on add item. Now first things first, let's attach a data source to my reports. So for data sources, let's add a data source and let's use our customer table. So on save. Now let's go back to general. Let's give it some title. I'll call it customer report. And once I'm done with that, I'll click here which says template, click to add, and then Five opens up this rich editor in front of me. Now I can use a bunch of these tools on top to actually start formatting my reports. Okay, so we have a bunch of tools here on top as well, such as we have from this button we can add headers, similarly footers. If you click here, we can change the entire page layout if you want it A4, A3, portrait, landscape, and you can as well as control the margins. What we do right now is let's add a table first. So tables can be added by clicking on here. Let's add a table of 3 by 3. And now we have it. Now what I want in this table is that I want it to show the data of my customer table. So that can be done by first clicking on the edit icon. Here, let's select my table as my data source. First, I want to add the headers in my table. So that can be done by clicking on captions and then selecting the headers. So let's display the first name, their email, and their phone number. Apply them row wise because the headers should be displayed row wise, and let's click on insert, and bam, I get my headers. Now let's finally add in the actual records. So let's click on edit, again data source customers. This time instead of captions, we'll select records because we actually want to display our records. These should be exactly same as our headers, so first name, email, and phone number, and apply them row wise. Now what I want to do is I want to click on helper, then function, and I want to select the built in each function. Now what this does is that it actually goes into my table and looks at each record and then populates my table with each record instead of just putting in just one record. Now once we're done with that, we'll click on insert. And okay, now I'm done with my table. Let's add a header here as well. So let's quickly add a header. Yeah, height is fine. And let's give it a title. So my header can have the title, let's just call it the customer report. Customer report. Let's align it center. Okay. I would like to also put in one image here, some logo. So I click on images over here. Here I can upload an image. I can directly put a URL. So I currently have our logo over here. So I'm just simply going to drag and drop it. And bam, I have my image as well. Okay, so we can do various other things here. As you can see from top, we have a bunch of other options here that you can use to actually format your report. One thing I usually like to highlight over here is that if I click here, it says change mode. And 5 essentially changes the entire report, this entire editor, into HTML and CSS. So if you want to write extremely complicated reports and you want to have absolute control over how it looks visually, you have that option. Don't be afraid by this. This is just the SVG for the image. Or that's actually the source code, not the SVG. I'm sorry. Okay, so if I change it back, I think we're good to go now. So let's click on save. Let's save again. Now lastly, let's put my report into my application. So we can do that by clicking on menus. Since we already have our dashboard and our reviews, so let's add a report. So let's just call it report for now. Menu order 3. And let's quickly attach our customer report, which is over here. And let's click on save. And now let's run our application. Okay, so I have my reviews, my reservations, and if I click on report, bam, I have my report as well. So exactly how we wanted it to be. We have our header, first name, email, and phone numbers, and we get exactly all the records here in this report. We also have our title here on top. It says customer report. And of course, if we want to download it as a PDF, I can simply click here and we can download it as a PDF. And we can also send them, if you want to print them directly, if I click here, we can send a print order immediately. Okay, so of course, if you went back here on the Ridge editor, you figure out there's a bunch of other things that you can do with the reports. This is just a very quick overview. So I hope this video was helpful. And if you like the content, make sure to like and subscribe our video for future tutorials as well. Until then, see you all very, very soon. And thank you.